Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be going over all of the special attention to detail areas in Roblox South Florida. So this will include certain areas around the map, certain cars, and also like small little features slash hidden things that have meaningful effects that just give the game honestly just gives the game something different from most other games out there. I'm also just not gonna spend a whole lot of time on each one because there is quite a bit of stuff to look at, and if I spend too much time on each one it's gonna make the video extremely long, so I don't want to do that, and I'm just gonna breeze through as much as I can and stuff like that. And some of them are very simple and you may have known about them, others you may not have. So without further ado, let's get straight into these. I want to do the cars first. Let me do the cars first. So I'm going to do the first one here, which I know a lot of people know about this one, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. It's going to be with the Mercy Roadster. When you hop in, alright, you hop in and then you go to first person. As you will be able to see here in a second, the gear shifter actually moves, as you guys are seeing right there. So that is actually a pretty cool attention to detail that we have with this car right here, and I've actually made a video before showcasing or showing off this feature already, so we're not going to spend too much time on this. So next up we're going to move on to a really nice one in my opinion, which is the hypercar. And it's the Bugatti Warrior. If I hop right in, keep in mind guys, these are just the basic ones at the start here. I'm gonna get to the good ones a little bit later on in the video. Alright, so as you guys can see, let me turn off one thing real quick. Okay, so you hop in the car, it looks pretty nice, right? But when you start driving, I want you guys to pay attention to a couple things. Let's pay attention to the back first. As you can see, these flaps, they open up, and as you press, let's say I press A on my keyboard, as you will see, the right flap goes up. I'm sorry, the left flap goes up, and if I press D on my keyboard, the right flap goes up. And this is also the case for the front. As you will see, those flaps also function, and when you slow down, they close up. When you speed up, they open right out, and that's actually pretty cool. Kind of like a fighter jet almost. I'm pretty sure that's what they were trying to do when they made the car like that. So that's pretty cool. Now let's move on to our next car here, which is going to be the Aventador. This is specifically the 2011 Lamborghini Aventador that has this. The SVJ unfortunately does not. And yes, there you guys go, attention to detail, it's invisible. No, I'm just playing guys. I want you guys to focus in on just this part of the car. As you'll see, this piece comes right up, which is the only car that actually has this in the game, where this specific part comes up, and as you slow down, it will go right back down. That is also the case with the spoiler. However, a lot of cars in the game already have that, so you could definitely say that is an attention to detail part of the game where the cars have active arrow on them. There's also one more thing with the Aventador, which if you look at the back here, try to go into free cam here. This car is the only car to have 3D or a three-dimensional fully modeled engine block area. All other cars in the game either have a decal or it's just blocked off completely. This car actually has a actual area in the back here, which is pretty cool if you ask me. I also want to show you guys one last thing, which is one last car. I'll make this one super quick because I'm cutting it the time here, but it's the Lamborghini Huracan. I'm pretty sure it's the Huracan Performante. If you look at the Huracan Performante in the back, as you can see, it has, let me try to turn this reshades off, but you can see the carbon fiber at the back here, which is really cool. It's different from the other carbon fiber in the game, or different carbon fibers on different cars in the game. As you can see, it's also on the rear wing and the exhaust area back here, and also on the front of the car. Oh my god, what am I doing? The front of the car right here as well. So that is pretty cool if you ask me. So moving on, we're gonna have pop-up headlights. Certain cars like this car right here have pop-up headlights. If I hop right in and turn my car on, if I press L on my keyboard, as you guys can see, the headlights turn on and pop right up. As you can see right there, we have headlights of the car looking pretty cool. Yeah, so certain cars have that. A lot of cars that need them have that. Also, moving on to the next thing is these cars will have special plates as well. These cars will have special plates where it's antique, as you will see here. I'm actually curious as what this is. 1016. I was trying to read it closer, but this car here says antique, and that is actually pretty cool because these cars here are older cars, so they're obviously gonna be antique. Unlike, like, let's say this is antique. I would say like if just a normal car like this car will just have the normal plate, as you will see right there. Okay guys, moving on, we're also gonna want to talk about one other thing with this car. On this car, certain cars do not have traction control to turn off. As you can see, I'm pressing T on my keyboard, you will hear me, and I cannot turn off traction control or turn it on. That's because older cars like this did not have that feature back in the day, so all you could really do was just drive the car and, you know, just experience the car just for what it is. So that's also a pretty cool feature to take note of. Okay, now we're gonna move on to motorcycles. Let's take a look at the motorcycle. There is one thing. There's actually a couple things. I only have one motorcycle at the moment, but I will say that if you hop on a motorcycle and you look at it, it's pretty detailed. Like, as you can see, a lot of this parts are in here. A lot of the engine pieces, the chains, everything is in here on this engine part, as well as like the brakes and like the front of the motorcycle. A lot of the pieces are here, which does cause it to load in a little slower, but that's not the only thing. If you hop right on the motorcycle, each motorcycle does have different helmets. Okay, so I'm pretty sure, like, if you have like a motorcycle that is a dirt bike, has a dirt bike helmet, and so on. So if we're driving this motorcycle as well, you could do wheelies and stuff. However, if you crash while going super fast, let's try to crash into a tree here, and I have collisions on as well, you will go flying off the motorcycle, which is so cool because that is realistic, and the motorcycle just falls over just like that. Let's just move on to the buildings / other small areas around the map. Right over here, as you guys can see, we have Tesla chargers, so that means electric cars are chargeable. So that means you can only charge cars that are electric, like this car here. As you'll see, it will be charging up just like this. Now it does take longer to charge though than filling up your gas, so they did realize that is a case in real life too. So moving on, we're going to take a look at the Seaside Bar and Grill. The main thing to take away from this is how detailed the building is. That is one thing, and as you hop in, certain buildings have this as well, where there's ambient noise inside, as you can hear. As you can hear, there's music in the background as well as like plates and stuff scattering, and it just makes it feel realistic as you're entering. And also, you can go upstairs, but I also want to show you guys one other thing, and it requires me to change the time to night. Okay, that didn't work. There you go. As you can see, these lights function right here. These are like decorative outdoor lights, so this area is so brightly lit and looks so cool. So I have this right here. The final thing on this list will take us back to the cafe. Okay, so if I hop into the cafe now, if you didn't know this already, I don't know why you wouldn't, but let's say you grabbed one of these. Okay, I'm gonna drink it. As you can see, I'm gonna start drinking it, but eventually, look what happens. This should be the one. It goes away. That means you drunk it all. So if someone were to sell it to you, that would still be the case. If you drink it enough, it goes away. Now a lot of people already know that, but if you didn't, then now you do know that. And also there was like ambient noise in there as well. So yeah, So alright guys, that is pretty much all for the special attention to detail stuff that you can find in this game here. If you enjoyed the video, please do go ahead and drop a like for me, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and if you think I missed a certain attention to detail aesthetic in this game, please do go ahead and comment it down below. I will try to make a part 2 to this video with your guys' comments and give you guys shout outs as well for your comment, because it does mean a lot. Also, be sure to check out my other videos, drop a like again, subscribe, and well, I guess that is all I have for this video, and I will see you all in the next video.